Hi. If you clicked on this, then you probably want to make art of some kind to be a good artist. But what do you need to be good? Talent? Skill? Years and years of practice? In this video, I will argue that the key to good art is your taste, and what that means in the era of AI. Now, the thing is, it's easy to feel like you're a bad artist. I know for me at least, I see tons of amazing art online, and it usually looks way better than mine. Of course, the algorithm shows us the best or most popular. So we're looking at artists who've spent many years practicing and honing their style. But that's intimidating because it means to match them, I'd also have to practice a ton. That's hard. That takes a long time. Especially given that many of us are interested in lots of different art forms. Practicing for years and years and mastering one skill is doable, but genuinely mastering many, all at once, would take more than a lifetime. So, just spend years practicing isn't enough of an answer, I think. Obviously we'd all like to be master artists, but most of us aren't. Most of the things we make will be as learners trying to figure stuff out. I intend to practice and improve my whole life, but in the meantime, does that mean I need to accept that my work will kinda suck? Because the reason I even want to create is I want to make cool stuff, obviously. Now, you'll hear people say, you don't need to be some crazy good artist to create. You don't need to be good at all. Just make stuff. Don't worry about impressing people. Making art is worth it for its own sake. And I agree, but I still feel that's not enough. Now, to be clear, making art is worth it, even if it's just for you. But I want to make art that's not just for me, art that other people think is good. I don't think that's a misguided desire. It feels good to make something cool. It feels good to show it to others and feel proud of it. That's why it feels bad comparing yourself to the internet. I imagine we've all made art that we thought was pretty cool when we were younger, but then you get a bit older and you see how good other people are, and you realize how low you rank compared to them. My art skills are, at best, okay. Does that mean I need to give up on feeling proud of my work? No. No. Talent is nice, but it's not necessary. Raw skill is awesome, but it's not everything. You have something that no one else has. Yourself. You have unique life and mind and taste. Taste. When people explain how to make art, you'll hear a lot about talent and skill and learning, but I think taste is the secret sauce that makes your work special. When a professional artist sits down to make something, they have a process. They know their tools and how to use them. They know what they want to make and how to make it. Us learners don't. We're much more experimental. When you don't know a tool well, using it means trying stuff out and seeing what happens. Much of my art that turned out well was not the result of confident planning, but just me throwing stuff together and keeping it look cool. What I thought looked cool. That right there, that's what I'm talking about. I try a bunch of stuff, and using my taste, I decide what to pursue. I think that's part of what people are getting at when they tell you to just make stuff. Because once you do, things will begin to take shape that you didn't anticipate. Sometimes you'll start with an idea, fail hard, but then looking at your failure, you'll see some cool new direction to take it in. You'll sniff out what's working well, what's not, and what to try next. That's the magic of art. And that sensibility you have of what's cool and what's not is the secret sauce. Skill is crucial for artists, but on its own, it won't distinguish you. When you create, you're expressing something you thought was cool, and that speaks to other people who see it and share your taste. That's the human connection of art. Now, speaking of human connection, or lack thereof, nowadays when people feel discouraged about their skills, there's a shortcut. Generative AI. If you love someone's art style and wish so bad you could match it, you can. AI can ape them for you. If your project requires a ton of different skills, beyond what you can learn, AI can fill in the gaps. It's not perfect, but it's always improving. Plus, if taste is so important, then that's great news for AI art. The years of training are no longer necessary. You can express stuff you think is cool straight into reality via prompts. You can be creative without the creative process. Except, can you? Because remember, it's during the act of creating that you discover what the thing should be. Earlier I implied that professional artists have outgrown the need to mess around and experiment, but I don't actually think that's true. The best artists are always learning, they're always trying new things. The process of making the art is never solved, no matter how good you get. AI prompting implies that art is all about having a good idea, and then making it is just annoying busy work. But that's not true. Ted Chiang wrote an excellent article on AI that I'd like to quote from briefly.
Many novelists have had the experience of being approached by someone convinced that they have a great idea for a novel, which they are willing to share in exchange for a 50-50 split of the proceeds. Such a person inadvertently reveals that they think formulating sentences is a nuisance rather than a fundamental part of storytelling in prose.
The idea is a starting point, a seed, but it doesn't contain the final product. The richness and quality of the art can only be discovered by making it. The mistake of the idea guy is overestimating the value of ideas. In Chiang's example, I bet the idea guy is annoyed. He probably thinks the novelist rejected him because the novelist thinks that they have better ideas. The rejection feels like an accusation that his ideas are lame. And they probably are, but the truth is the quality of his ideas is besides the point. Mediocre ideas can be turned into great art, and good ideas can turn out badly. It's all down to the artist and the decisions they make along the way. An artist with good taste can take any idea and steer it in a cool direction. That's the real reason the novelist is annoyed with Idea Guy. The novelist's ideas aren't worth much on their own either. It's not about who has the best ideas, it's about who can take an idea and create it well. AI is a dream come true for idea guys because it lets them live out their notion of how things work. No fussy details, just inspiration straight to final product. AI art sucks, but the tech bros say it'll get better. All the hype is based on the idea that AI will eventually match or even surpass humans. I don't think that'll happen though. AI art is made by giving the computer an idea, and that's it. The computer tries to fill in your idea by copy-pasting a slurry of other artists' work. AI art skips the crucial step where you make the art good, where you turn the idea into the best version of itself. AI art doesn't benefit from the creative process, from constraints, from happy accidents. It doesn't matter how good AI gets, it can't make up for how lame prompting is. The creative process is where the sauce happens, and without it, AI art will always be flavorless. I believe AI won't replace human art, but it still changed the world forever. Raw artistic skill has been devalued. That's why I believe taste is now so important. It isn't enough to be technically proficient anymore, because that's the thing AI can imitate. Your taste is your artistic voice, and your art will only stand out if people can hear that voice loud and clear. So, you need to believe in yourself and your voice. And if you want to improve your art, you need to develop your taste as well as your skills. You need to absorb a lot of cool art and understand what about it speaks to you. And you should take influence from a wide variety of sources. If you only learn from similar artists in your chosen genre, your work won't stand out as well. Really striking art often happens when someone combines influences in unusual ways. Try to be inquisitive and thoughtful and keep your eyes open. You'll be richer as a person, and while hard to quantify, that quality will come through in your art. And the final way to improve your taste is also how you improve your skill, because taste and skill are deeply intertwined. Create. Don't give up. The more you make, the better your taste. Every time you finish some art, you'll get a sense for what went well and what went poorly. You'll get a head for what to pursue and what you care about making. That was a lot of talking, but I guess it really does boil down to just make stuff. Every time you create, you're exercising the part of your spirit that AI usage rots. Keep at it, trust in yourself, your voice will shine through your art. People crave connection. Computers can masquerade as human, but we'll always do it better because we're actually alive. Your audience is made of people, so your humanity will shine through. Thank you for watching.